it is just such an outrage that the Supreme Court is poised to reverse the rights of women in this country, impacting every single person in our nation, taking back rights that have been constitutional since 1973. And it is so much of a pattern, whether it's attacking voting rights, civil rights, women's rights. It is frightening where we are in this nation and where we could be, even in this state, if we're not careful. In 1970, when I had my first child, New York had passed the right for women to have an abortion. And I will remind all of you that in 1970, for some of you, I'm not even reminded, because some of you weren't even here in 1970, but I will just remind everyone that under a Republican majority in the Senate, those reproductive rights laws were passed. And not only was it a Republican majority leadership in the Senate, but 12 Republicans joined the majority of Democrats in order to pass our reproductive rights bills here. And when we passed the codification of Roe v. Wade, RHA, when we passed that in 2019, not one Republican voted to ensure a woman's right to choose in the state of New York, in the progressive state of New York. So we are the last line of defense, state legislatures, and even in this state legislature, this could be hanging in the balance if Republicans, quite honestly, take the leadership. In fact, we have, I think every single gubernatorial candidate, has made it clear that they are anti-choice and would appoint anti-choice commissioners of health, et cetera. It is a problem. And I just want to be here, and we will be continuing to be loud and strong. New York will protect women. We will protect women's rights. We will protect what we have, and we will build on what we have, so that as the erosion of our rights continue to happen on a national basis, New York will know that we will be a place where women, where families can depend on getting the health care they need and the health care access that they need in terms of their reproductive health. So, like I said, I just remember about a month ago I came out, I was celebrating while we were doing the budget, the appointment of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. And as happy as I was a month ago that we'd made a breakthrough in the Supreme Court and who represents and who's sitting there, I am so outraged and really sad that although she's there and other people who understand that we just can't sweep away people's rights like this. I am just really, it's just astonishing that we could have something that happened like that just a month ago, and then to be standing here watching the beginning of a time that, quite frankly, I lived through, and a time that I never thought that my daughter or my grandchildren would actually live through, but this is the path that we are going down. I also want to say that I understand that there's about 20 some odd, maybe a total of 26 states that if this actually goes through, that will trigger or will be prepared to trigger anti-choice legislation in their states. So it really puts us in a unique position to, again, continue to be leaders in this space. And hopefully encourage other states to be that as well.